North Korea, officially known as the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, has long been shrouded in mystery and intrigue. Its reclusive regime, led by the Kim dynasty, has crafted a unique and often bizarre way of life for its citizens. While access to information about North Korea is limited, several astonishing facts have emerged, shedding light on the unusual and surreal aspects of daily life in this secretive nation. The country is often deemed the most closed-off nation. Due to its extremely strict laws, the government enforces authoritarian rules on its citizens where law-breaking punishments are severe. Here are some facts about North Korea that will blow your mind. State-approved haircuts. One of the most peculiar aspects of life in North Korea is the government's control over citizens' personal grooming. Girls in North Korea are limited to just 18 approved hairstyles, while boys have a choice of 10. These approved styles are carefully curated to prevent any influence from the outside world. No internet access. Access to the internet is virtually non-existent for ordinary citizens. Instead, North Korea has its own intranet, a highly restricted network known as Kwangmyong, which offers access to a curated selection of state-approved websites. The nation strictly controls the internet, providing access to only 28 websites, primarily filled with government propaganda. Foreign websites and information are strictly prohibited, reinforcing the regime's isolationist stance. 3 generations of punishment. In North Korea, punishment for political dissidents extends not only to the accused but also to their entire family. The regime employs a system known as 3 generations of punishment, which means that if one family member is found guilty of a political crime, their parents, children, and even grandchildren can also face imprisonment or exile to forced labor camps. Monopoly on information. There are just 3 government-controlled television channels available in North Korea. The government exercises strict control over the media, and foreign news outlets are banned. Instead, the state-run Korean Central News Agency disseminates official propaganda to shape the narrative and perception of the outside world. Radios and televisions are preset to government channels, leaving citizens with no choice but to consume state-approved content. Traffic girls. In Pyongyang, traffic is managed not by traffic lights but by uniformed traffic girls. These young women are meticulously trained to control traffic with synchronized movements, and their role goes beyond mere traffic management. They are considered a symbol of the regime's order and discipline. Limited food rations. Food shortages are a persistent problem in North Korea, and the government controls food distribution through a rationing system called the Public Distribution System. Citizens receive monthly food rations, which often consist of rice, corn, and meager portions of other staples. Mandatory Kim family portraits. In the event of a house fire, it's mandatory to rescue the leader's portrait before anything else, including your own children, or you may face jail time. Every North Korean household is required to display portraits of Kim Sung and Kim Yong, which must be hung on the most prominent wall in the living room. Regular inspections are conducted to ensure that the portraits are clean and well maintained. Power cut every night. North Koreans face power cuts every night due to the energy crisis in the country, and for using electricity need permission, and owning a microwave is illegal. Military service is compulsory. Military service is compulsory for all North Koreans. 10 years for men and 7 years for women. Not allowed to leave the country. You may wonder why North Koreans, faced with such dire laws, do not flee. And they can't. Any North Korean citizen is prohibited from leaving the country, and anyone who crosses the border without official documents will be shot by guards. The most severe punishment exists for those who try to escape or hide from Kim's totalitarian rule, and it is almost certainly always death. Insult to Kim and his family considered blasphemy. All North Koreans who live under Kim Jong-un's rule must swear loyalty and obedience to him, his family, and the state. Anything that could be perceived as an insult to Kim's family, the North Korea government is considered blasphemy and severely punished. This applies to both immigrants from North Korea and tourists. Foreign movies, songs not allowed. Watching foreign movies or listening to foreign music can send North Korean citizens to jail. In 2015, North Korea's dictator Kim Jong-un ordered the destruction of all cassette tapes and CDs that had state-banned songs in order to contain dissent. Watching American movies or distributing pornography can lead to the death penalty. Making international calls is a crime. North Korean citizens cannot make international calls as it's considered a crime there. According to reports, in 2007 a North Korean factory boss was executed by a firing squad in front of 150,000 people after being accused of making international calls on 13 phones he installed in a factory basement. Own basketball rules. The government of North Korea has changed the basketball games. For example, a slam dunk is worth 3 points, not 2. 2-point shots in the last 3 minutes of the game are worth 8 points. Also, if you miss 3 shots, a point is deducted. Permission needed to live in the national capital. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un wants only the most successful, wealthy and influential people to live in North Korea's Pyongyang. People must have an express permission to live in the capital. Students required to pay for their own desks and chairs. The students must pay for their desks and chairs in the class. School fees doesn't cover this. No iPhones, TVs or laptops from the aforementioned brands for North Koreans. The people of this country know very little about electronics and technology, as the government's isolation policy hides a lot. Only one leader to vote in the election. North Korea holds elections and all the citizens above 17 mandatorily have to vote in the elections. But they are not entirely free elections. In each election, you only have one option. As a result, 100% of Koreans vote for their dear leader. Kim Sung was the first leader of North Korea after the Communist Revolution. Died long ago, he is still considered the country's leader. That is why his son and now grandson were able to take the reins so easily after the death of his predecessor. Ironically, a country that is extremely conservative has no drug problems. It is illegal to use, sell, or possess marijuana in North Korea. Nevertheless, marijuana grows along the roads completely freely. Therefore, if suddenly someone from the local area wants to take advantage of this opportunity, he can do it completely calmly. That's all about North Korea for this time. If you were the king of the North Korea, what will be your rules? Share your thoughts and emotions about these laws of North Korea.